So guys, if you are looking for means to move to Cyprus, please watch this video. And again, there is a quarantine update that has been, there is a publicity, or let me say information regarding quarantine in Northern Cyprus, all right? Then there is another information I would also like to give here as an advice to international students. Please listen to me. Now, to those who will be moving to Northern Cyprus to start lectures, to attend their program, all right, in this upcoming spring semester, some have already traveled already. Some will be traveling in the days to come. I believe the semester is starting already. So if you must travel to North Cyprus, let me first of all talk about this. Make sure that, I have always said, your documents should be intact, all right, because you never can tell. Do not carry fake documents to Cyprus. No. Again, first, before I continue, please like this video and make sure you share to one person, all right, to watch the video so that they understand what is happening. In recent videos, I talked about the issue of the Turkish lira dropping, but that is not a very big problem. The issue now is, before you move to Cyprus, I have always said that try to get some resources on you, all right, and pay your two-way flights, because if you do not pay two-way flights, you may not be allowed to leave the country or your country. Even if you are allowed, or even if they give you way to travel, when you arrive Cyprus and something happens, you will need to go back to your country, and it may be difficult for them to sort it out. You have to pay for it yourself. So always pay your two-way flight, all right? You can always retrieve the money back, or they can always give you back. And I recommend Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines, because it goes straight to Turkey and Northern Cyprus, all right? So that is what you should understand. Recently, someone told me he was deported from the Aegean airport in Northern Cyprus. And when I asked this young man, he said, I don't know if he's a man or a woman, because I didn't really ask for the gender. But anyways, the person told me that the immigration saw a certain number is in his phone, all right, in his cell phone, that an immigration official saw a number, checked his phone and saw the number inside, and the number is the number of South Cyprus. The number is the number of South Cyprus. So I didn't get this information very clearly. I'm not sure if this is actually what caused the young man to be deported, but I believe there is something more he didn't tell me. But that is not really my concern anyways. If you are telling somebody something and you didn't go deeper, then I don't understand. But what I'm saying is, make sure your things are good before you move to Cyprus. Again, if you are talking with somebody from South Cyprus, remember, moving from North Cyprus to South Cyprus is illegal, and you will not be permitted, given the chance or given an opportunity to move like that. All right. So make sure before you arrive the Aegean airport, make sure if the contact of the person is in your phone, remove it. I'm not sure if the information this person gave me, but for security purpose, if you are talking with someone from South Cyprus, remove his or her number from your phone, save it somewhere before you travel to the Aegean airport. That is said. Now, moving further, the semester, which is spring, is, I can say, is the shortest semester that you will be studying in Northern Cyprus, all right? So this is my point. When you go to Northern Cyprus, make sure you pay attention to your lectures, all right? Because exams will be coming up very soon. Before you know, it's April and May, and you are writing the exams, and lectures is not that easy. If you do not read in Cyprus, you are not going to make it, all right? If you read, you make it. As simple as ABC. Now, before you even travel to Cyprus, there is a quarantine update. Those of you coming from countries that were listed in the black, red, or yellow zones, all right, for COVID-19, I mean, there is an update. If you are vaccinated, you cannot, you will not take quarantine again in Northern Cyprus, all right? So that is the information. You must have a negative PCR test before you arrive at the Aegean airport, and you must have done it within 2 days before you travel, all right? So verify the information again before you move, because I'm not very sure of what I got, but I'm still trying to look into the information if I'll get it from a legit source. I hope you get the point. So in all, if you are vaccinated, you will not be quarantined when you arrive now at Cyprus. Again, make sure you secure accommodation before you move to Northern Cyprus, because recently someone was telling me his son is stranded, which there was nothing I could do at that point because of so many things, all right? So get your accommodation before you travel, all right? And pay attention to your books, because these are the things that are going to help you. I hope you get the point. So another thing I want to elaborate about is the issue of people leaving school without freezing their semesters. Please, if you are one of them, if you must leave school without freezing your semester, know that you are killing your own self. For example, if you travel to North Cyprus and you don't have money to continue the semester, make sure that you go to the institution, sign the necessary papers for freezing before you leave, all right? Of course, you are going to know the timetable or when you can pay the money or when you will have money to pay. If you are not able to take a semester and you are already in Cyprus, make sure you freeze your semester before you leave school. Leaving school does not mean that you are traveling out of the country. If you don't have money to pay for a particular semester, that is what I mean by leave school. You should go to the authorities, tell them that you will not be participating in the next semester or the present semester, that you want to freeze your account. In some schools, I used to know that freezing costs money, all right? In my school, it used to cost money because I had freezed a semester before, but in many schools, like I was told, it doesn't cost money. So make sure you pay attention to this and do not just leave school like that without freezing the semester, because when you go back, it will show in your transcript. If you leave without freezing, when you go back to start, the courses that you left that were supposed to take place in that particular semester, or if you had signed for the courses and you didn't freeze it, it will show that you have validated the courses and you scored a 0. And that way, it is going to contribute to your transcript drastically. All right, it will drag your transcript to the mud to the extent that you may regret these things. All right, so pay attention to that before you leave campus. Freeze your account. Again, like I said, the Turkish lira is losing value now, but things are a little bit expensive. So before you move to Cyprus now, know how much you want, know how much you have. All right, because foodstuff examples are tomatoes, let me say meat or fish. Things that I used to buy in 2018 or 2017, 2 Turkish lira are now being sold at 10 Turkish lira, 15 and 20 Turkish lira respectively. Cooking gas, somebody was telling me, is more than 100 lira now. Turkish lira, I mean. So you have to know all of these things. Prepare yourself well. All right. When you go to Cyprus, change all your money to Turkish lira before you start using it. Do not go and buy using euros, because the conversion rates are not the same in places like supermarket and the exchange office. I hope you get the point. If you take your euros to the market to buy, they may give you lesser Turkish lira, all right, or the people in charge may give you less Turkish lira compared to if you went to the exchange office to change the money. Of course, you will always see how much you are going to be given on the board or the billboard in the exchange office, or how do they call it. So you should pay attention to this, all right, because things like this are not to be neglected. Again, if you perform well, a lot of people were telling me that they are not able to move to Northern Cyprus, all right, via other places. I'm not sure of that information. If you have a passport from a country that you don't need a visa, then it's easy to move in, all right. For those that would be already, or let me say for those that will be attending the semester that are already in Cyprus, know that there are so many things happening, all right. So you have to be calm and keep your head cool. For those that want to leave, all right, somebody was telling me a few days ago about applying for visas to the United States. He wanted to apply for a visa to the US, and he was telling me he actually did all the stuff by contacting the US Embassy at Merit Hotel. This is a huge boost for those of you who have been asking me about applying for US visas from Northern Cyprus. Check Merit Hotel in Nicosia, all right. Ask them what to go about it or where the embassy is. They are going to narrate or direct you. Before, I knew it was difficult to get appointments because of COVID-19. But nowadays, COVID is no more an issue anyways, though it is an issue, but they are trying to fight it, all right? So most of the embassies will be opening, but not all the embassies in North Cyprus will grant you student visas, all right? You can easily move to the US, I think, with the visit visa, the tourist visa, the invitation visa, or whichever visa, but the student visa, it may be difficult. Though I have someone who had moved from North Cyprus, but that was maybe 5 years ago, all right? So if you want to apply for a particular visa, ask the embassy if they can give you that type of visa. Pay attention to all of these things I'm telling you, because you may not get it from anywhere, all right? So these are some of the things you should understand. And again, stay out of people who are disturbing the neighborhood, all right? It is very important. Stay out of them, because if you go to the police station, you will spend a lot of Turkish lira. I hope you understand what I mean. Until we meet again in another one, stay blessed and stay connected. Peace.